Hey Aries, this is your June 2020 general tarot forecast. So thanks for sticking with me, guys. I took a little mini break. Obviously these are up a little late. I hope you'll enjoy them all the same. What is going on for you guys? What is going on? What just jumped out? Cancer individual could play a part, or just your intuition could be coming to the fore. You could be going in a new direction with the Cancer individual. Or your fourth house, your mother could be important to you. You could be a mother, and mothering could be very important to you. But there could be a rest period before going on a new journey, say with a Cancer individual, or with something having to do with the fourth house, your mother, being a mother, your home. All the same, whenever I see the Fool there, I saw the Fool jump out, that's a really good indicator that your soul is ready for the next level, guys. So, swear to God, if I'm regular shuffling for your, beautiful, for the daily readings, these never jump out like this. So strange. 2 aces, guys, a brand new beginning, probably within the enterprise or the spirit world, and then something having to do with your body or the material world. So you could be, you know, with that Fool there, especially indicating moving in an entirely new direction, both monetarily, spiritually, and possibly even on the job or career front. All right, so what's going on? Let's get a count across for you guys. That I'm going to show you just because that's crazy. So brand new idea. There could be clarity or a victory here with that 3rd ace jumping out for you. Really exciting. New beginnings, all the same, guys. June 2020, super exciting for you. And I feel sometimes when I have all those jumpers that is the reading. And I might have to take a lesson from that feeling that I get from that. You know, when these jumper cards come out, maybe just start taking them. Just having a little rant there. Don't mind me. All right, there it is. Look at that. Brand new beginning, clarity, a major victory over a lack of real or perceived lack. You could be working with or having something to do with a child or a new beginning, something just growing here in your recent past. Could have been a health problem with you if you're a mom or a mother, but you know, something's becoming clear, new information is provided, something very, very positive. Here at the foundation, there's a little bit of worry with the Page of Swords. I find the Page of Swords comes with a little bit of a warning. There could be a spy situation. You could need to look in. You could need to be the spy. You could need to look into something a little bit more here with regard to something happening within the earthly plane, your body, your money, or even, you know, gardening. Here's literally the 4th ace, guys. I know we only have 2 in your spread, but we saw 2 jump out. With that Fool and all 4 aces, I'm a little verklempt. Let's see what's going on here for you with 4 aces, guys. I'm going to count those that we saw earlier because I find those significant that they jumped out at all. 2 aces together, no less. 4 aces, people. Powerful forces at work. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding, guys. Powerful forces at work. And there's our Knight of Cups. So we saw the Queen of Cups jump out, which is Cancer ruled. This is Pisces ruled. You could have some Pisces or Cancer in your own chart. You could be dealing with a Cancer or Pisces individual, or those houses, right? And by those houses, I mean 4th house and 12th house. So your family, your abode, your nurturing, your intuitive self, and then the 12th house being basically the afterlife, the mysterious, the occult, right? 12th house is, you know, the ascension. It's the very last sign. So it's death, essentially. It's what happens to us after death. So some pretty deep stuff here. I'm going to suggest that it's intuitive for you, or it could be even communicative here, because we have the 9 of Swords as the bottom of the deck energy. So guys, I'm going to be doing some qualifiers for these cards here. I'm not going to use the mini deck though. I find it actually it is interruptive, so I'm going to just use this deck for extra information for some of these cards here, but we will, as always, get some oracle cards for you. But 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so underlying all of this, you have a major concern. Something is just keeping you up at night in the month of June. Guys, you're going to have to figure out why, or figure out how to counter this, or this could help make sense to some of this here. I'm going to suggest, because we're dealing with one more sword, which is the page I mentioned earlier, this is really looking at information. So, you know, you can use this to your advantage. This doesn't have to be a spy lurking on you. You could need to be a sleuth right now. You could need to just go find more information, perhaps about an investment, possibly a child, an earth sign child, or just something that you're investing in, something that stands to generate a lot of growth for you. And we do have 2 pages, so we could be dealing with 2 children as well. I'm just looking very quickly for other multiples. I do only see these aces coming out. Everything else seems to be a single digit. So we have a 3, a 6, 7, 2, and a 9, a 5 right here, and of course our pages and our aces and our knight. So you could be dealing with a younger Pisces individual if it isn't in your own chart. Guys, the situation and what's crossing you, as I said, just as I was laying it down now, you know, clarity over this situation, right? This is what was crossing you. If you still feel like you're stuck in a real or perceived lack, even if you're with somebody else, even if you have misery in company, you know, there is a way out. You can aha yourself out of this predicament, and certainly if someone else around you is in this predicament, you can really find your way out of it super quickly using your mind. Here's the Page of Swords I was just speaking about a moment ago, because as you know, I related it to the Nine of Swords. This Nine of Swords is really just speaking about you're coming to terms with something, right? But the point of coming to terms with something that's still within the mind frame before it can be expressed emotionally, and certainly before it can be expressed materially, is going to keep you up at night. So this is probably revolutionary information for you, or a revolutionary phase of your life here, guys, you know, because you have this beautiful moment of clarity here, and you can seriously, like, legit get yourself out of something troubling that is really or perceivably holding you back. And this is where we're looking at information. This is the foundation of your reading today. Again, I don't see any other, you know, difficult energies around you, so I'm going to suggest, unless this is a love reading for you, or you have, say, like stalker issues, God forbid, you know, if you have these issues and this is a love or a romance reading for you, or there is some trouble in your environment, Aries, I would suggest looking out for a spy. Make sure that you're protecting yourself and your information at this time. In any other case, I'm going to suggest that this is just, you need to seek more information. More information is necessary at this time. The Page of Swords really for me is just a little bit of a researcher, or it could even be inaccurate information that you need to super sleuth. You just need to figure it out. You just need to, you could be getting 2 different pieces of information, for example. You know, don't throw it all out with the bathwater. Why don't you just go look it up yourself, find out for yourself, do the footwork. Here in your recent past, here's where we're looking at a younger person, possibly Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But certainly if this is not, like I mentioned here, a love or romance reading for you, this is really about you, you know, fine-tuning something that you've already invested in here. This is a little bit past, well, it's exactly past the 10 of Pentacles, right? So the 10 of Pentacles is that legacy feel. It's got that accumulative wealth. Your family's taken care of. You're generating manifestation in a direction and in a means that you can touch and feel and see, and it stands to grow. So this is actually a really good message. I find with the Page of Pentacles as well, there is enormous spiritual and creative acumen within this card. Seriously, guys, the more I learn about, I never pretend to know everything there is about tarot. You'll never hear me say that. And I would find it suspect that someone would say they know everything about tarot. I don't, and I'm always learning. And I have learned over the years, and certainly from other tarot experts and authors, that there's just a lot. This is a lot of positivity, okay? I'm not saying the Page of Swords is not positive. It's just, there's a lot of effort here. There's more work to do. You got to figure something out. You got to get clarity on something. The Page of Pentacles is really just saying, you know, look at everything we have, and you have choice here. You have a lot of choice. You have a lot of potential. And here crowning you is the Ace of Cups. Honest to God, you really can't get much better than that. This is associated, in my view, out of all the aces that I would associate with the Fool that did jump out at the beginning there for you, Aries. This is the closest you can get. This is your soul, right? This is source energy. But this is a brand new feeling. It's a brand new feeling. It could be a love interest, Aries, if this is a love or romance reading for you. It could be a new interest, new appreciation for a love interest, or if this is an ongoing relationship for you, your guys are leveling up. You can find new love or new ways of expressing love in a practical, meaningful way. But this is glorious. Your emotional cup overfloweth. You're really feeling the love and you're really able to express the love. And I would suggest here, Aries, if you aren't feeling either of those things, call them in, make room for them, make space for them, because the 5 can really hold things up. The 5 can make you sort of fold your arms and pout and stuff like that. These cards are kind of reminding you, you don't have to change what you're thinking about or get new information, get a new mind frame or new source of information. Find something that's inspiring to you and you'll start to feel it. And you do here. You do with this really sensitive Pisces. There's a great deal of creativity here for you as well. So again, we're around the end of the second week here with our night. Now I'd say within the first 2 weeks for you, there is a lot of creative potential for you. So in the card representing how others are viewing you, this is a way for you to be seen as someone who knows the direction they're taking. You are very much a pioneer, and people are willing to get on that ship with you. People are willing to sail that direction with you. And again, we're looking at more entrepreneurial energy here. With the 3 of Wands, right? This is you expect to get something back for something that you're involved in. And the way that other people are seeing you, I feel like I'm saying that backwards, and I apologize if I am. This is how you see yourself. This is how other people see you. Completely fair, right? You're completely fair. You could even be a leader in getting yourself or someone else out of a difficult situation. You went from a 5 to a 6, guys, within pretty much a week. So, I mean, if you were down and out, good luck to an enemy. I hope they're watching, because they're going to see you rise higher than... Good luck keeping you down is all I can say, Aries, because, the way other people are seeing you is what comes around goes around here with the 6 of Pentacles, right? But again, really nice, strong energy. Something is fair. Something you can touch and feel. Real. Something is real and actual and living and fair and balanced. There's an enormous amount of real balance here that you can feel and you can share. And it doesn't have to be money, right? I consider all the pentacle suit to be nouns, people, places, or things. Of course, money is a thing, but this can be just doing something nice for somebody else. Paying it forward and having something come back to you without actually doing anything. It's a universal law card here. You really don't have to do anything but be your beautiful self, and that pays off. Here in your hopes and dreams, your hopes and fears, your wishes and dreams, column is the 7 of Cups. So you have a lot of options, or you want a lot of options, right? And again, back to where, your heart is full, you're feeling a full heart, really headed in a sensitive, possibly artistic direction. There could even be ancestral feelings here, guys, if you're really deep into the occult, really deep into, discovering your ancestors and honoring them. There could be a major component for you here in the month of June. But certainly, where is your heart? You see all these 7 cups. She's sort of looking at all of them. She has a lot of choices. So in your hopes and fears, this is either something that you wish for, right? Or something that you fear. So either you have too many choices and you like that, or you have too many choices and you don't. But the beautiful thing is that you get to choose here, right? It's typically considered a love or a romance card. There's just a lot of, say, suitors. But this could just be, where is your heart? What does your heart want the most? It could just be that the end of the month is really going to be about making a decision. And we see this here. Which direction do you want to take the most, right? Because you know that whatever direction you take, you're going to be successful. because this is how you do. This is what you do. So making a choice here, we're looking at more pentacle energy, right? We have this back over here. We have some equilibrium over here. We have some more equilibrium with the 2. You know, and this is just really balancing, again, in a different way. It's not a give and take balance. This is, you know, you're balancing, say, your emotional world, your finances, things in your life. Again, you know, people, places, or things. It could even just be your emotional world as well, right? Because there's a lot going on here, or a lot you have access to or options for. But, you know, making a decision, being able to balance something here and doing it really well. 10 to 1, you don't want to have to keep balancing something, but hey, you're good at it, and it looks like it'll be over at the end of the month. And this learning curve is going to be over for you very soon, right? There's that 4 again. We had that 4 jump out at the very beginning. I'm actually shuffling to get a message on the... What do I want to get here? I want to get an extra message for this page. I was just random shuffling. This guy jumped out. So, you know, this is a rest and recovery card. So mental rest and recovery, coming to terms with, and then letting something go, just letting it be. Even if it's upsetting, or you find that, you know, the 9 of Swords is actually a really positive thing. I know it can be painful, but all growth is painful, guys. And be grateful that you're leveling up and you can come to some peace over this. Because the worst thing to be is ignorant. So if it's a little bit painful to level up and to grow and to mature, then be grateful for that and try to ride with it. Get some rest if you need to. Get some peace of mind if you need to. Let's qualify this Page of Swords here in your foundations. Qualify the Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Swords in the foundation? Wow, so more swords, another 2, right? So a major decision. You just need to decide something here, something you don't want to see. I find the 2 of Swords is really just, there's a choice. I find the 2 of Pentacles more a decision. I find the 2 of Swords, you know, of the mind, being more of a decision. You have to make up your own mind here, guys. That's all it is. You just have to make up your own mind. You have to come to a conclusion. But certainly if you are sort of carrying opposing views, or you do need more information, look into at least 2 sources. Okay? Try to get information from more than one source here. Let's get your oracle messages for you. Overall, super nice. I would say that this is a big, big learning curve for you in the month of June. And again, it's a general reading. It's apply it to whatever is currently going on in your life. That was a bad shuffle. But on the whole, it looks like there is a great deal of emotional and mental balance, and certainly anything physical or even financial could be rebalanced here, or set straight, which is really nice. All right, and one more card for you here. We have some really nice energy, guys. We have a lot of owls showing up in your oracle cards, and I want to mention that the owl is a sign of wisdom, okay? It's probably one of the most ancient signs of wisdom and mystery. So maybe that's some of this too. Maybe you're just feeling protected. Maybe you don't even know why. Maybe you want to know why, or you want to look it up and then you don't. You talk yourself out of it and you just enjoy the feeling. You know, that's possible too. Maybe you don't need to look into something if you're happy with the way it feels and if it's not hurting anyone else. Try not to be disturbed by it though. So guardian angel, big, big message for you. I really do feel like you are source inspired and protected here. These are the 2 guys that jumped out of the wisdom oracle. You'll see the owls there, 2 owls. One on her head and one on the wire. Really associated here with this rest card. This is literally rest and recovery of the mind. Taking a bit of a step back, allowing yourself relief, mental relief. So he's going to take off from this any minute now. He's gathering wisdom. He's looking and learning. He's watching. So it could just be that Again, with the balance, right? To be fair and then co-create. A lot of creative energy, as I said at the very beginning, particularly with the Page of Pentacles, matched here with the Knight of Cups, two aces at the beginning, you know, as jumper cards. I mean, come on. You might not even believe how much is possible for you right now. And this could be even part of it. Like you're just kind of like in disbelief somehow, or, you know, trying to think about, you know, overthink about how something feels, and then it doesn't make any sense because, you know, you can't really do that. You just kind of have to accept it. But co-create, and to be fair, really gorgeous energy here, guys. I would suggest that you have at least one other person who you're going to be able to work with toward a common goal that is going to reward the both of you. Here we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I'm going to suggest paying attention to the word magnetic. It's an extremely important term. It's also an extremely important sort of alchemical kind of event, right? Magnetism. What the heck do we know about it? Well, science doesn't know as much as we like to think they do about it. Same with electricity. We know what it does, we just don't really understand how it works. So magnetism and attraction and chemistry, really important terms for you in the month of June. And I would suggest, just even at a heart level, what are you drawing in mentally and from a heart space? And then Mother Earth here, guys, really important. We have 10, we have a big turnover, we have next level, right? And we have turtle. So water, land, polarities, night and day, up and down, man, woman, these types of things are going to be really important right now. And of course, the balance of them. Remember, to be fair is here, really important balance. And again, back to the ancestors, there's some ancient wisdom to be found here too. So I would suggest here, if you have some questions about how you feel about something or something being available to you and you just not believing it somehow, you know, call out to your ancestors. Maybe even if you don't have time for that or don't want to do that, maybe just honor them by saying, you know, thank you for lending this opportunity to me so I can see for myself. And stay courageous and stay brave, Aries. So that is your reading, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video for your sign. Bye for now.